السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. Today, inshallah, we will be talking about the geographical distributions of the Islamic doctrines in our nowadays globe. التوزع الجغرافي للمذاهب الإسلامية. Earlier, we've mentioned that several reasons contributed to the spreading of the Islamic doctrines in different parts of the globe. That includes number one, the Islamic Caliphate or the sub-Islamic state endorsing one of those doctrines officially. That means the doctrine they endorse is considered as the official doctrine of the Caliphate or the state, and they refer to it in terms of al-fatwa, in terms of legislation, and also in terms of al-qada, which is judging. For instance, Ad-Dawla al-Uthmaniyya, the Ottoman state or the Ottoman Caliphate or the Ottoman Empire, used to endorse the Hanafi doctrine as the official doctrine of the state. For that being the case, they developed what is called Majallatul Ahkam al-Adliya al-Uthmaniyya, which was a form of constitution for the Caliphate. So they used to refer to it in terms of governance and ruling. Another example is that Ad-Dawla al-Ayyubiyya, the Ayyubi state, used to endorse the Shafi'i doctrine as the official doctrine of the state. The second reason is that students of those imams, the founders of the doctrines, did great efforts propagating the doctrine. That includes referring to the doctrine in terms of authorship, preaching, issuing fatwa, judging, and also conducting scientific debates. For instance, through Yahya ibn Yahya al-Laythi, who used to be the student of Al-Imam Malik, the Maliki doctrine would spread within the Andalusia region. That is nowadays Spain, Portugal, Morocco, and some parts of France. Also, Ibn al-Qasim, who is another student of Al-Imam Malik, through him, the Maliki doctrine would spread within Al-Maghrib al-Arabi, and that is the Arab countries which are locating at the western part of the African continent. That is Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, etc. Also, Al-Qadi Abu Yusuf used to be one of the reasons why the Hanafi doctrine would spread around the Iraq and other countries which are around that region. Regarding the actual distribution, for instance, the Hanafi doctrine, Al-Madhab al-Hanafi, which is the first doctrine that emerged, is being followed in Turkey, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Bosnia, the Balkan countries, for instance, Albania, and also Caucasian countries, that includes Chechen. The second doctrine is Al-Madhab al-Maliki, which is being followed in Al-Maghrib al-Arabi. And we've already mentioned that Al-Maghrib al-Arabi are Arab countries locating at the western part of the African continent. That includes Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and Sudan. Also countries, African countries locating at the western part of the continent, and that includes Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Mali, Mauritania, etc. The Maliki doctrine is also followed in United Arab Emirates. It is also followed in some parts of Kuwait. The third doctrine is the Shafi'i doctrine, which is followed in Al-Qarn al-Afriqi, or the Horn of Africa. Somalia is one of those countries locating in that area. The Shafi'i doctrine is also followed in Southeast Asia, and those countries include Malaysia, Indonesia. It is also followed in Iraq and also Bilad al-Sham, the Sham countries, that is Palestine, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria. It is also followed in Dagestan and also some parts of India. The fourth doctrine is the Hanbali doctrine, and it is mainly followed in Saudi, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and some parts of Kuwait. The fifth doctrine is the Ja'fari doctrine, which is mainly followed in Iran, Azerbaijan, and some parts of Iraq and Bahrain. The sixth doctrine is the Zaydi doctrine, and it is mainly followed in Yemen. Last doctrine is the Ibadi doctrine, and that one also is mainly followed in the Sultanate of Oman, the Arabian Gulf country, and those countries that have a relationship with Oman, such as Zanzibar. From the geographical distribution, we can understand that the Hanafi doctrine is the most followed doctrine in the world. Around 40 to 45% of the Muslim population around the world are following the Hanafi doctrine. The second most popular doctrine is the Shafi'i doctrine, and that is quite logical because countries that are following the doctrine are of high population, such as Malaysia and in Indonesia. Then the Maliki doctrine as the third most popular doctrine, and that is quite logical because both the Arab and the Black African countries locating at the western part of the African continent are all following the Maliki doctrine. Last is the Hanbali doctrine, which is the least followed, as it is mainly followed in Saudi Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and some parts of Kuwait. The map below explains the geographical distributions in detail, where the light green color represents the Hanafi doctrine. The dark green represents the Hanbali doctrine. Meanwhile, the light blue color represents the Maliki doctrine. And last, the dark blue color represents the Shafi'i doctrine. The remaining colors are for the Ismaili, Jafari, Zaidi, and also the Ibadi doctrine. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.